Yes, even Darkman has some comics, so let's talk about them. There we go. So there are 14 comics associated with the Darkman franchise across 4 different comic book series. Although one of them may not count quite as much, let's get into it. The first comic series having to do with the Darkman franchise was simply titled Darkman issues 1 through 3. From Marvel Comics in 1990. This series is a straight adaptation of the film. It tells the story of Dr. Peyton Westlake as a scientist trying to create artificial skin tissue to help burn victims and more. Unfortunately, Dr. Westlake runs afoul of a criminal named Durant, who blows up Westlake's lab and him with it after dunking him in some lab chemicals. Peyton's wife grieves for him, but in reality he survives and takes on an avenging persona of Darkman to get revenge on Durant and his crew. Darkman continues developing his synthetic skin formula to be able to take on realistic disguises to aid in his quest for vengeance. Eventually, after taking care of all of his men, Darkman and Durant have a final confrontation at a construction site, and Darkman tosses Durant to his death. Westlake then decides that he can't be with Julie the way he is now, so he leaves to be a force for vengeance for the innocent instead. The second comic to feature the Darkman franchise was the Darkman Oversized Special #1, later in 1990, also from Marvel. This issue was an oversized book that just reprinted the 3-issue series, except it reprints it in black and white rather than in full color. The next comic series to feature the Darkman franchise was also simply titled Darkman, issues 1 through 6, also coming from Marvel Comics in 1993. This series functions as a sequel to the original story/movie. A new crime boss named Claude Belisarius is trying to run the big city's criminal empire with the help of local police commissioner Lowell. Unfortunately for them, Darkman is still around and still liable to go a bit insane if triggered by the wrong thing. While Claude and Lowell increase their criminal activity, Darkman becomes more and more of a thorn in their side by destroying their ranks slowly. Meanwhile, Darkman is secretly trying to help his ex Julie move on with her love life with a man named Don Coe, a doctor that works closely with Julie. As Darkman continues to foil Claude's plans, Claude hires a doctor named Wes to not only revive, but augment Darkman's old nemesis, Robert Durant. With a cyborg version of Durant now in the picture, Darkman must battle his old foe and avoid completely ruining Julie's personal life with his meddling.